The late Al Davis had a great saying, just win, baby. Tim Bernero, head coach of the Carthage Lady Reds, must win, baby, tonight. The Lady Reds need a win tonight and some help to keep their conference tournament hopes alive. They do so tonight on their home floor at the Tarble Arena. It's the Carthage Lady Reds and the Elmhurst Blue Jays. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into our broadcast tonight. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along for Carthage Lady Red basketball this evening. Lady Reds saw their three-game win streak come to an end Saturday in Augustana in a loss to the Vikings, so that puts the Lady Reds in a must-win situation. They need to win out their next two games. They need to get some help. North Central needs to lose. Augustana needs to lose in order for the Lady Reds to secure a playoff berth in the six-team conference tournament. For the Elmhurst Blue Jays, they come in tonight. This is their final regular season game tonight. As they are at 9-15, 4-11, they saw their two-game win streak come to an end at home against Milliken, losing by 20 to the Big Blue on Saturday. 82-62 the final in that one, as Bailey Kaufman hit for a double-double, 23 points and 10 rebounds for the Big Blue. For the Blue Jays, it was Sophia Lady who had the high points, 15 points and 4 rebounds. Elmhurst was without their two leading scorers in that contest. Queen Jean, their team's leading scorer at 11 points per game, did not play. Courtney O'Donnell, their second leading scorer and their leading rebounder, did not play in that contest as well, and did not see either one warming up tonight in the pregame drills here, so looks like they will be without both players here this evening. For the Lady Reds, as I mentioned, they fell to Augustana on Saturday, 64-53. Cold start to the beginning of that game, down 13-0 early, rallied to take a lead, and then collapsed in the fourth quarter, the final 6 minutes, giving up a 15-3 run to Augustana, who put the game away. Lauren Hall, 26 points, 8 for 9 from threes. Hall was named this week's CCIW Women's Basketball Player of the Week. Sammy Woodward and Autumn Kalis, fine ball games for the Lady Reds. Woodward with 22 points, Kalis 12 points in that contest. Kalis, the team's leading scorer, just under 18 per game. For the Lady Reds tonight, they need to defend the paint. That's really the key. The Blue Jays are not a great outside shooting team. They like to drive the basket. They like to push the ball inside. Reds have to D it up inside. So we'll see how well that works. As we said earlier, kind of a goal line defense here tonight for the Lady Reds. Stack them up across the free throw line. Do not let the Blue Jays cross that line. We'll see how it plays out here tonight in a must-win situation for the Carthage Lady Reds. When we come back, we'll visit with head coach Tim Bernero. We'll get his thoughts on tonight's big ball game right after this 60-second break. You're listening to Carthage Lady Red basketball on AM 1050 WLIP. Welcome back to the Tarble Arena, everyone, as we get set for basketball tonight. Lady Red basketball as they take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays. I'm joined now by Carthage head coach Tim Bernero, and turns into 2 must-wins and then get some help here if you're going to try and make the conference tournament.
Yeah, you know, you try to poke around all those tiebreakers and stuff. We just got to win our games. If we win our 2 games we're in, you know, starts tonight. You can't, you like every game to be meaningful, and we had a little bit of it. We didn't give ourselves a great chance to start the other night. Then we pulled ourselves even with 6 minutes left and just couldn't pull that game out. But we've had chances in other games where a win or two along the way would have put us in better position. But we're where we're at right now. We got to take care of business tonight.
Well, if you could get 40 minutes out of what you got in the middle 32 minutes of that ball game Saturday, things might be different.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. It was 13-0. We didn't get off to a good start offensively, but we got off to a worse start defensively. So it should never be that bad. We got kids that have been playing a lot of minutes. You shouldn't have to take the temperature of the game that much. I mean, so we've got to be better than that to start with, just to get off to a better start physically and mentally. It'll make you feel better.
We've got a team here tonight that has been struggling, and we'll be wrapping up their regular season here tonight. Elmhurst closes out their season tonight here in Kenosha. So again, they're kind of a loose spirit out there. They're going to play free and wheeling, I guess you could say, for 40 minutes.
You never know. I mean, you think so. I mean, and so we got to be our best, and because we're playing for something right now. It's funny that this game was December 4th, so that's a long time ago. We had two starters that are in street clothes that played in that game. So when we went back to look at the film, there wasn't a whole lot you could glean by it. They were missing two starters then who are back now. Now, the other day, they played without a couple kids. So it's kind of been an odd year, John, and overall, because I've never seen more indecision or uncertainty in the lineups of each team. It seems like usually you know what you're preparing for, and sometimes we've been that way where I'm sure people said, who are these kids that are playing, as opposed to who we started the year with, and Elmhurst is dealing with a little bit of that now too. So we prepared for a couple different scenarios given their lineups, but we just got to play our game and play well defensively and get good shots.
One player who has been playing well has been in the post, and that's Maggie Berrigan. The last 2 or 3 ball games, she has reemerged as an offensive player now, hitting better than 50% from the field, and she will start tonight's game.
Yeah, she's earned that right. I mean, earlier in the year we were struggling for offense, and her offense hadn't clicked yet. In the last 4 games, she's been very efficient, very aggressive, which is just as important. And she's kind of earned the right to get back in that lineup for tonight, and hopefully get us off to a good start like we were talking about before. She can, she's pretty conscientious defensively, and offensively I think she's a veteran player that I think people trust and can hopefully get us off to a good start around the basket.
A lot of minutes have been played for Autumn Kalis and Sammy Woodward. Hopefully they've got enough left in the tank here these next 2 ball games.
Yeah, I mean I think they're getting to points where they're sometimes they put a little too much pressure on themselves. They have to trust the other kids to make plays off of them. But yeah, we're still in a position where we need those 2 playing well, and maybe we can get them some more breaks tonight, hopefully. But it's just a matter of they have to be the leaders of the group, vocally as much as just by play. And if they can do that, I think everything kind of slots in place like you've seen when we've played well.
Let's break it down into a couple of keys tonight for Lady Red victory. You touched on a couple of them, but what have you got drawn up here to make sure you get a win here tonight?
I mean, it scares me to death because of what's happened to us a few times this year, but Elmhurst is not a 3-point shooting team. They're a post-oriented, their 3 leading scorers are post players, and they drive the ball to the basket like crazy. So we have to be able to stop that. So you're protecting your house, so to speak. And having said that, they'll probably make a dozen threes, and I'll be in a bad mood. But so from that standpoint, we've got to stand up to them. Stay in front of the dribblers, to keep the ball from going easily into the post, and have the support on either side. Defensively there, and then offensively, I think if we're patient and we move the ball, we'll have a chance to get good shots. I think we can break their defense down if we're not impatient.
It's a big one here because first of 2 straight here at home to close out the regular season. Like to get on a run here and make that 16 conference tournament.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about that. We've had a lot of opportunities where all the games we've played in the conference, save that game at Carroll, were games that could go either way. The league's been like that. We just want to get it. We got to earn ourselves the chance to play in the tournament, and that starts here tonight.
Go get it.
Thank you, Johnny.
Head basketball coach Tim Bernero joining us on our pregame. Carthage Lady Reds getting set to take on the Elmhurst Blue Jays tonight from the Tarble Arena. Starting lineups and tip-off come your way next here on 1050 WLIP. Carthage Pep Band with our national anthem. We thank the American Legion Post here at Kenosha for posting the colors here tonight at Center Court. And we appreciate all of our veterans turning in to our broadcast here this evening. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena as we get set for Carthage Lady Red basketball. Starting lineups tonight for the visitors from Elmhurst College under head coach Tethany Carrillo. It will be Marissa Urso starting at a guard, 5'4" junior out of St. Charles, Illinois. Urso averaging 7 points per game. Maya Reese will play at a guard, 5'7" junior out of Hebron, Indiana. She is making her 6th start, I should say, of the season, her 23rd appearance of the year. Kelly Wayrick will start at a guard, 5'4" junior from Arlington Heights, Illinois. Hersey, a former teammate of Maggie Berrigan's at Hersey High School. Wayrick averaging 7.2 points per game. Becca Gerke will start at forward, 5'11" senior out of Burlington, Illinois. Gerke averaging 7 points and 5 rebounds per contest. And at guard will be Lauren Goff. Goff is a senior, 5'6" out of Sycamore, Illinois. So it'll be Urso, Reese, Wayrick, Gerke, and Goff for the visitors from Elmhurst College. And again, they were without Queen Jean, their leading scorer at 11 points, 6 rebounds per game. She is not out and dressed tonight, and neither is Courtney O'Donnell. O'Donnell also 10 points and 6 rebounds per game. So we'll see how that plays out as the evening progresses. Now we're going to get set for the Carthage starting lineup, the Lady Red starting lineup. We head down to the scorer's table for our starting lineup and introduction.
At guard, a 5'7" sophomore from Hampshire High School in Hampshire, Illinois, number 20, Lauren Herman. At forward, a 6' senior from Hersey High School, hailing from Arlington Heights, Illinois, number 44, Maggie Berrigan. At guard, a 5'9" junior from Grays Lake Central High School in Grays Lake, Illinois, number 12, Amanda Larson. And at guard, a 5'8" senior from New Trier High School, hailing from Wilmette, Illinois, number 22, Autumn Kalis. The head coach for the Lady Reds is Tim Bernero.
So it'll be Woodward, Larson, Herman, Kalis, and Berrigan for the Lady Reds here tonight. The change in the lineup, Berrigan replacing Kelsey Cashon. Kelsey would be one of the first off the bench here tonight for the Lady Reds. But Maggie, over the last 4 ball games, has hit better than 50%, and she scored in double figures in 3 of the last 4 games. Again, Elmhurst without their top 2 players, Queen Jean and Courtney O'Donnell. So we'll see how this one plays out. Reds an important ball game tonight. They need to win out and get some help. Try and make the 6-team conference tournament, which begins Tuesday the 25th. Elmhurst navy blue jerseys, navy blue shorts, white lettering, white numerals. Carthage in the home white jerseys, white shorts, red lettering, and red numerals. Berrigan and Gerke will jump center. And the opening tip won by the Lady Reds. They'll work it left to right. We're underway here at the Tarble Arena. 4 10-minute quarters in women's basketball here tonight. Woodward dumps it in, right block. Berrigan, quick pass, left corner. Larson driving out of the left corner. Pulls up at the baseline. Back underneath to Berrigan. She'll finish low right. The Reds on top, 2-0. Now the Reds will try a little press here. 2-1-2 press. They get it across into the hands of Wayrick. Wayrick the other way. Shot blocked from behind as Berrigan gets the block. Herman with the steal across to Larson. Now gets it in the hands of Autumn Kalis. Kalis playing with that left shoulder brace, and then Woodward threw it away as Kalis ducked inside. Was going to try and drive the basket. Woodward thought she was going to set up on the left wing. Turnover for the Lady Reds. 2-0 Carthage, 1 minute in. Redmen are down in Naperville tonight taking on North Central. North Central men have clinched the CCIW conference title. They will host the semifinal and finals of the conference tournament next weekend. They will also have the bye. They will not have to play until Friday night's semifinal matchup. Elmhurst works it around on the perimeter. They get it back up top. Wayrick hands it off, working the weave. Almost a travel there. Reese with it, driving the basket. Get bailed out on a foul. They're going to call it on Maggie Berrigan. Shot clock down to 1 that time as she drove the basket. Berrigan commits the foul. Mia Reese will be at the line. We'll shoot a pair here, and this is what they do. They attack the basket, will drive. Got to stay in front of them. Reese able to hit the first of 2 free throws. 80% shooter from the line, just 12 of 15, so does not get there often. And that one rolls around a couple of times and falls in to tie the game at 2. Kalis will handle it in the backcourt. Takes it across the midcourt stripe, gets it off to Woodward high on the right. Works the dribble top of the circle. Back to the wing right side, it goes to Amanda Larson. Larson now working it to the left of the free throw line, back up top to Kalis. Kalis now tried to attack the basket. Her defender fell down. She pulls up and shoots, missing the 20-footer. And the rebound cleared out of there by Goff. Blue Jays quickly shut it up. Reese with it. And we got a 2-hand foul here on the guard up top. I believe that's going to go on Herman. 2-hand hand check that time. Blue Jays will inbound right of the basket. They will get it in out to Gerke. Cross court left side it goes on the perimeter to Urso. Now losing the dribble off the pass was Wayrick, and Kalis with the steal. Back the other way. Kalis for the 3. That won't go, and the rebound pulled in by Reese. Game tied at 2. 7:50 to play, first quarter. Wayrick with the dribble. Try to bounce pass into the low post to Gerke, and it goes out of bounds. Elmhurst will retain possession here. Shot clock resets to 20. Blue Jays to inbound right of the basket. They'll throw it up top. Urso to Wayrick in the right corner. Takes the dribble back out, playing with a brace on that right knee. Now gets it up top to Urso. Urso firing from the corner, missing. Rebound for Reese. Offensive board for the Blue Jays. They'll fire another 3 attempt. This one falls off the heel, no good. Gerke taking that shot. Larson clears out the rebound. Amanda Larson will bring it across midcourt, set it up left to right here for the Lady Reds. Man-to-man defense here for the Blue Jays as Herman works it around the left wing to Woodward. High on the left, up top it goes to Kalis, and we got a moving screen. Offensive foul. Lauren Herman picks up her 2nd foul. 3rd team foul on the Lady Reds, and that will force Tim Bernero to the bench here. And it will be Destiny Antoine, the 5'9" freshman out of Madison, Illinois, in for Lauren Herman, who sits down with 2 fouls here in the first 3 minutes of the ball game. Carthage 2, Elmhurst 2, as the Blue Jays bring it down. Wayrick into the hands of Reese, top of the circle, gets a ball screen, circles around the screen set by Gerke. Back to Gerke for the 20-footer, top of the circle, no good. Kalis able to clear the board. Autumn Kalis now on the dribble across midcourt. Works it off left side. Wayrick on her. Now feeds Berrigan. Now to Antoine. Around the right side it goes to Larson. Back to Woodward, top of the circle. Puts it on the floor. Drives right side. Going glass, missing. Offensive rebound. It goes to Berrigan, and she goes back up with it and draws the foul. Berrigan got that one in the paint that time off the miss by Woodward, and as she went back up immediately with it, drew the foul from Becca Gerke. Gerke's first team foul on the Blue Jays, and Maggie Berrigan at the free throw line. 10 points against North Park a week ago Wednesday, 12 points in the loss to Augustana on Saturday. already with 3 points as she hits the free throw here. Second one on the way for Berrigan is good. Breaks the tie, 4-2 Lady Reds. As checking in, Queen John will check in. She was late getting here. There was a group of players from the Blue Jays that got here maybe 45 minutes before the game. So she was late getting here, so she did not start, but is in the lineup. Did not play in the loss to Milliken on Saturday. She is in there now. Urso with it. Works it off far side. Goff. Right side now to Wayrick, top of the circle. Takes the dribble left wing. Gets it back over top of the circle to Gerke. Gerke got around Destiny Antoine, drives the basket and lays it in. That's what they do. They'll work perimeter, they'll work the weave, then all of a sudden they'll get it to the post player, high post, then she'll put it on the floor and attack the basket, which is exactly what she did. Gerke, her first 2 points tonight, ties the game at 4. Berrigan now works it off to Destiny Antoine, now to Autumn Kalis right side. Up top to Woodward. Reversing left side to Amanda Larson. Feeds Berrigan, left side working on John. Backs John down in the paint. Turns, going over her left shoulder with the shot missing. Rebound loose inside, goes out of bounds. It went off a Carthage player. Destiny Antoine the last to touch it, so it gets it back to the Blue Jays. Checking in for the Lady Reds will be Kelsey Cauchon, replacing Destiny Antoine. So Kelsey Cauchon coming off the bench tonight. She's playing alongside Berrigan in the forward spot. Sophia Lady is in there now. Lady, a 5'8" sophomore for the Blue Jays. Top of the circle jumper goes down for Becca Gerke. Gerke, the 5'11" senior, averaging 7 points a game. She's got 4 here. Blue Jays with their first lead, 6-4. They work it inside. Cauchon driving, missing, tap out by Larson, picked up by Wayrick. Wayrick on the dribble across midcourt. Top of the circle, leaves it for Lathy, got away with a walk as she dumps it down low into Goff. Goff back up top, same spot. Shot on the way, no good, taken by Gerke. Rebound cleared out by the Lady Reds. Larson now with it. Larson takes it across midcourt. Through the center circle, drifts to the left side. Now to Cauchon. Lob pass down low, going high to low to Berrigan, out of her reach, turning it over again. Third turnover for the Lady Reds here in the quarter. 4:29 to play, first quarter. Reds trail 6-4. Redmond in action down in Naperville early on, trail by 2. 5 minutes in, down in Naperville, actually now taking the lead, 9-8, on a three-pointer by Keenan Baltimore. 9-8 Redmond, 5 minutes into their contest against North Central in Naperville. Now Lathy back out to Wayrick. To Gerke, leads John down low, back up top, Wayrick. Deep shot by Lathy and for the 3, no good. Rebound inside taken by Cauchon, and she was fouled by Becca Gerke. Gerke picking up the foul. She collided with Cauchon, who clearly pulled down that rebound, had her position held. Gerke bounced into her. Gerke going to come out. Elena Cabrera in now at a guard, 5'8" junior from Batavia, Illinois. 6-4 Elmhurst, under 4 minutes to play, first quarter. Woodward works it off to Kalis left side, up top to Berrigan. Top of the circle jumper is going to fall short and go out of bounds to the Blue Jays. Destiny Antoine will check back in, replacing Maggie Berrigan. So you have Cauchon and Antoine with Larson, Kalis, and Woodward. Kalis and Woodward playing a lot of minutes here. Woodward especially, about 38 minutes a game. She played all 40 minutes in the loss to Augustana on Saturday. Lathy works it around near side to Cabrera. Out of the left corner, back up top, it'll go to Goff. Goff works it back. Lathy taking the dribble across top of the circle, leaves it for Queen John. John drives. Kick back to Cabrera for 3 off the left wing. Got it up in time but missed. And the rebound to Autumn Kalis at the free throw line. She'll circle back across midcourt. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in this first quarter. 6-4 Blue Jays. Antoine now top of the circle for the Lady Reds. Dishes off to Larson right side. Back to Kalis. Kalis looked inside, now pulls it back on the dribble. Works it back to Larson. Larson on the drive, through the paint, off balance, and was fouled as she got bumped just as she put her head down, driving the lane from the free throw line. It's going to go on Elena Cabrera, her first, third team foul, and at the free throw line is Amanda Larson. Larson missing the front end. 67% shooter at the line this season. She's made 17 starts now for the Lady Reds this year. Again, without Haley R. and Maddie Kelber tonight, both out with injury. Kelber had knee surgery a couple of weeks back, and R has been bothered by a foot injury. She's been out since before Christmas. Now Cabrera for three off the right side is good. Three-pointer that time by Cabrera makes it a 4-point lead for the Blue Jays, 9-5. That's just late getting back defensively. 2.5 minutes to go here in the quarter. Larson now to Antoine up top. Fake to her right, now puts it on the floor with a left-hand dribble and walk with the basketball. Dangerous play there. She nearly walked as she was trying to look for Kalis on a pass. Elected to put it on the floor, and then she got below the free throw line left side and walked with the basketball. She pulled up looking to pass. A little indecision that time of whether to attack the basket or dish it off. As Kalis will come out now, and in is Nancy Valev, the 5'6" sophomore out of Wheeling for Carthage. 2:15 to play, first quarter. Reds facing the largest deficit now at 4. Lathy across the top of the circle, leaves it for Cabrera. Cabrera now, in turn, hands it off to Griffenstein. Griffenstein passing it off to Queen John out of the right corner, into the paint, walked around Kashawn and laid it up and in. Just patiently stepped around Kashawn, laid it in. Reds now trailing by 6. 11-5 here with 1:48 to play. A 9-1 run here by the Blue Jays as Valev nearly lost control. Gives it off to Larson. To Woodward off the Kashawn screen. Woodward attacks the basket and floats from the paint and hits. Sammy Woodward, little floater in the paint that time. Her first points tonight. Pulls her team to within 4, 11-7. 1:20 to go here, first quarter. Cabrera penetrates the lane, and as she dished off, we got a late whistle and a foul on the Lady Reds. It's going to go on Valev, making contact with Cabrera after she dished that pass off. She'll be whistled for the foul. Fourth team foul on the Reds here in this first quarter. Next one in the quarter would put the Blue Jays at the line as Cabrera now dribbles out top out of the left corner. Back to Lathy for three. Got it. Lathy with a couple of threes here coming off the bench. One of 2 3-point shots, Cabrera the other. And it's a 7-point lead with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Larson for three, left corner short. Long rebound to the free throw line. Larson followed up, got her own rebound. Gives it off to Woodward, back to Larson now, right side, driving, got around Lathy to the paint, lays it up and in, counted and one. Amanda Larson on a nice move to the basket that time, a little shoulder fake, then put it on the floor, drove it for the right side, and a chance for a 3-point play by Larson. She got that step around Lathy that time, and Lathy tried to armbar, prevent her from getting to the basket. Larson was able to penetrate, make the shot, now a chance for a 3-point play. Larson 1 for 2 at the line tonight. Make it 2 for 3. She connects on the and one. It's a 4-point game. 14-10 Blue Jays. 40 seconds to play first quarter. Urso with it. Up top to Lathy. Dribbles off to Cabrera now. Left side. Cabrera step back. Thought about the three. Leaves it for Lathy. She thought about the three. Now gives it back to Cabrera. Penetrates to Jean. Jean in the paint. Tough shot. Puts it up and in. Got around both Larson and Antoine that time. Queen Jean with her first points tonight. 16-10 Blue Jays. Final 12 seconds here in this first quarter. Valev to the top of the circle on the dribble. Into the paint it goes to Kashawn, who was fouled by Queen Jean. Bumped from behind that time by Jean, so this will put Kashawn at the line. Double bonus here. 2 free throws, the 15th foul in the quarter on the Blue Jays. So Kashawn coming off the bench tonight, making her 24th. She's appeared in all 24 ball games. 14 starts, averaging almost 20 minutes a game, makes the first free throw. 74% at the line this season for Kelsey Kashawn. Going to develop into a nice post player here. Another season of conditioning and more confidence with her offensive game as she missed the second free throw. Cabrera across with 1 second left. They get it away. It banks off and rims out as our quarter ends. 16-11. Reds trail by 5 after 1. Back with the second quarter after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Lady Reds down 5 after 1 quarter of play. Carthage 3 for 10, 30%, 0 for 2 at the arc, 5 for 7 at the line. Meanwhile, the Blue Jays 6 of 13, 46%, 2 of 6 at the arc, and 2 for 2 at the line. Gerke and John with 4 points each for the Blue Jays, and Maggie Berrigan and Amanda Larson each with 4 for the Carthage Lady Reds. It'll be Blue Jay ball to begin quarter number 2, working it right to left. Valev, Woodward, Kalis, Kashawn, and Antoine out there for the Lady Reds. Cabrera along with Griffinstein, and they get it off to the left side for the 3. Urso, who's out there, hits their 3rd three-pointer of the game. They average about 4 made threes per contest. They've hit for 3 already. 19-11. Kalis for 3, got it in. Left wing, well behind the arc, high on the left side for Kalis, her first points tonight. 19-14 Blue Jays. Lathy for a 3. She's got it. And Coach Bernero was dead on. He said they're not particularly a good three-point shooting team, as a team coming in averaging under 27% from the arc. But they've hit for 4 here tonight. That's what they average on a made basis per game. Forced inside by Antoine. Kashawn fell down, lost the dribble. Lathy comes up with it and gets it away to Cabrera. Blue Jays bring it down. Urso works it off to Cabrera on the drive. In the paint, was fouled. Told you the Blue Jays have nothing to play for. They're not in the conference tournament. Won't make the conference tournament. So they can play a little wild and loose here. And Lady Reds had to be prepared for that. Berrigan will check back in for the Lady Reds. Also in for the first time tonight, Sophia Mikos, freshman out of New South Wales, Australia, 5'8". Checking in now also Mia Reese. As the lead now to 10 on the made free throws here by Elena Cabrera, 24-14. Reds their biggest deficit of the ball game in a must-win tonight. A loss tonight, they're eliminated from conference tournament play. Berrigan inside low right, able to lay it in. Maggie Berrigan with 6 points. 24-16, Reds trail here. Out of the right corner, Urso fouled on her drive to the basket. Maggie Berrigan picking up the foul. That's her second. Check that, Nancy Valev with the foul. She picks up her second. She is out. Checking in for the first time tonight for Carthage is Ayanna Esther, 5'6" freshman out of Pleasant Prairie and Tremper High School. Did not play Saturday against Augustana. Now on the drive, floater off the left baseline, good for Lauren Goff. Timeout, Lady Reds. Lead back out to 10 by Goff's floater off the left baseline. 26-16 Blue Jays. A full timeout. We'll take a break as well. 8:12 remaining first half. Lady Reds down 10 on AM 1050 WLIP. Blue Jays on a 10-5 run. They bumped their lead to 10. Berrigan inside, missed the original shot, got her own rebound back and laid it in. Maggie Berrigan with 8. Reds need to attack the glass here. 26-18. Reese with it now. It's it off to Gerke. Down to left corner jumper, air ball miss. Picked up underneath by Sammy Woodward. Shot taken that time by Mia Reese. Lob inside to Herman. She'll go up right side and lay it up and in. Got around Gerke that time in the paint. Did Herman for her first 2 points. 4-0 run here for the Lady Reds. They've cut it to 6, 26-20. And they work it up top. Urso with it. Near side, Gerke takes the 20-footer. Back iron miss. Kalis with the rebound at the free throw line. She'll take it across midcourt. Autumn Kalis down on the left side. Pulls up, cross-court feed, gets it to near side here. Woodward to Kalis, back to Woodward right side. Now inside Berrigan, turnaround shot off the right block is good for Berrigan. Back-to-back buckets by Berrigan inside. This time a jumper, and the Reds have pulled it within 4. Timeout, Blue Jays. 6-0 run here for Carthage, and they've closed it within 4, 26-22, with 6:46 to go here in this first half. Redmond up by 1 with 6 minutes to go first half down in Naperville. They lead North Central 26-25. Keenan Baltimore with 11 points to lead the way for the Redmen in that contest. Other games in women's play here tonight. North Park on top of Milliken, 23-11. That game in the second quarter. Also in the second quarter, it is Wheaton on top of Carroll, 27-18. In Bloomington tonight, it's Illinois Wesleyan taking on North Central women. We'll get you a score on that in just a moment. As action resumes following the Blue Jay timeout. Blue Jays with the basketball. Elmhurst battling hard here, and then we get a reach foul by Autumn Kalis. Well, she knocked the ball out of the hands of Wayrick. The official behind the play making the call. She got a clean slap that time. Got more leather than arm. John hands it off to Wayrick. Gets it off to Goff. Cross court into the corner, left side. Pulled out of there by Reese. Circles back around, drives the basket, attacks the rim, and draws the foul. Foul's going to go on the Lady Reds. Autumn Kalis picks up 2 quick fouls here. So Herman with 2, Kalis with 2. Nancy Valev on the bench with 2 fouls, and the free throw up no good by Mia Reese, a junior out of Indiana. made her 6th start tonight for Elmhurst. Back iron miss. The rebound pulled in by Kalis. 1 for 2 that trip. Kalis now make it 0 for 2 on that trip as Kalis now works it off to Esther. Ayanna Esther out of Tremper High School, working the dribble left side. Gets past Wayrick, drives the basket, overlaid. Queen John there with the rebound. Clears it out to Wayrick across midcourt. Now they work it into the corner. Driving out of the right corner is Goff. Back out to Wayrick for 3. Missing. Rebound inside. Pulled in by Goff. Goff back inside. John got around Woodward. Lays it up and in right side. Queen John, team's leading scorer at 11 points per game. She now has 6, 28-22, Elmhurst. Reds putting on a 6-0 run, but get no closer. Berrigan now back out to Kalis for the 3. Back iron miss. Rebound taken away by the Blue Jays. Quickly down the floor, Urso. Back up top. Wayrick through the top of the circle, kick to the left corner, 3 on the way by Goff is good. Lauren Goff for the triple off the left corner. She has 5, that's their 5th triple of the ball game, 31-22. And a team that averages 4 made threes per game has 5 now. A steal. Stepping in front of Herman with the steal is Reese. She'll go all the way in for the layup. Turnovers hurting the Lady Reds. Elmhurst with 6, make it 8 points now off turnovers tonight. Lead back to 11, their largest now, 33-22. As Berrigan's shot blocked by John, taken away inside by Reese. Reese across midcourt on the dribble. Works it to Wayrick. Wayrick penetrates, floats with the left hand, missing. Battle for the rebound, and Kalis got it, was fouled, no call. How do you not call that? Wayrick off balance, had her left hand over the left shoulder of Kalis. Now Woodward for 3. Got it. Sammy Woodward, left side 3, able to knock it down. 5 points for Woodward. Reds have pulled back to within 8, 33-25, under 4 minutes to play in the half. Reese on the drive, kick back out, 3-pointer on the way by Urso, good. Urso hits the 3. They're 4 for 5 here in the second quarter from long distance. 36-25. Working the dribble now is Esther. Gives it off to Kalis right side. Kalis putting it on the floor. Had it knocked out of her hand, out of bounds. Carthage possession with 13 to shoot. As Larson, along with Josefowicz and Kashawn check in for Kalis, Berrigan, and Esther. (36-25) Blue Jays. 3:24 to play, 13 to shoot as the Reds get it into Woodward. She'll take the dribble over to the left side. Working on Urso. Gets inside. We got an offensive foul on Kelsey Kashawn. Running over Wayrick. Not sure I agree with that call either. Tim Bernero having a conversation with one of the officials. Probably wants to know if Wayrick was in the halo or not. As it is a foul on Kashawn. That's the 5th team foul now on the Lady Reds. No fouls on Elmhurst here in this second quarter. And another 3 up and in from the left side. Brought in by Lauren Goff. 39-25, 14-point lead now for the Blue Jays, and a timeout taken by Carthage. Our game tonight brought to you by Mason's Eatery and Pub, Highway 50 west of Green Bay Road in Kenosha, by Building Waters Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling, by Paul Francetic and the Francetic Tax Resolution. Don't get frantic, get Francetic. Go to 262tax.com. And by Something Different, a sports fan Fantasyland on 6th Avenue in downtown Kenosha. Well, the Reds had cut it to 6 at one point, ballooned to 11, then got it down to 8, Now it's back out to 14 for Elmhurst. 2:59 to play here in this first half, and a must-win for the Lady Reds. A loss tonight, and they are eliminated from the conference tournament. Again, the top 6 teams make it into the tournament. The Reds sitting in 7th place, a half game out of 6th, and then we got a crossover dribble by Larson, who was fouled. That's the first foul on the Blue Jays here in this second quarter. Urso picking up the foul, her first. Woodward to trigger the inbound right of the basket with 20 on the shot clock. Gets it into Josefowicz. Inside, Cachon, head and shoulder fake, trying to go over Queen John, and was fouled. Got John off her feet, and as she tried to block the shot, got Cachon across the arm, and so Kelsey will go to the line, shooting a pair. John picks up her second. Destiny Antoine checking in for the Lady Reds, replacing Lauren Herman. Also in for the Blue Jays, Becca Gerke, replacing Queen John, who exits with 2 fouls and 4 points. 2 free throws here for Kelsey Cachon. First one up and in for Cachon. 1 field goal here, plus 2 free throws for Cachon. 2 for 3 at the line tonight. Second one on the way. That one is short. Rebound Larson, and the stick back goes down. 2 Blue Jay players went after that rebound and hung on the rim long enough. They overshot their launch, and the ball fell right to Larson, low left for the easy putback. 39-28. Urso with it. Now gives it off to Goff. Goff drives the basket. Shot rejected by Larson. Ball loose. Picked back up by the Blue Jays and Urso. And then we got a foul on the Lady Reds, Josefowicz. Trying to fight through the ball screen that was set by Gerke. And Josefowicz committing the foul. 15th foul already on the Lady Reds, so this will be 2 free throws here for Becca Gerke. Gerke with 4 points. This is her first trip to the line tonight. Backs down the front end. 67% at the line this season. It's appeared in all 25 games for the Blue Jays, starting 11 of them. Goes 2 for 2 this trip. Lead back to 13. 41-28 Elmhurst. 2:10 to go here in our first half. Woodward across midcourt to Antoine left side. Antoine now on the drive, puts her shoulder down, kick back out to Larson, right wing, penetrates to the paint, back out Josefowicz for 3, rattles out, no good. The rebound Gerke. She'll push it up right side with the dribble. Gets it back. Now back out, Lathy for 3. That one's no good. Rebound pulled away by Josefowicz. Gets it down quickly to Woodward. Left side, double team, back to Josefowicz. Right side now, Larson. High on the right is Amanda Larson to Josefowicz, reversing left side. Antoine for 3. Got it! Destiny Antoine. A 3-pointer off the left arc. Her first points tonight, cuts it to 10. 41-31, minute 20 to go. Lathy, a shoulder fake, puts it on the floor. Got past Antoine, puts it up and in. That's a tough shot. Lathy got past both. Destiny Antoine, and now Antoine's inbound pass stolen away by the Blue Jays. They'll fire another 3. It's an air ball miss, and it'll be Carthage ball. Antoine muffed the inbound pass looking for Woodward that nearly turned into a 3-pointer. That's not focused here. Down 12 with 1 minute to play here in this first half. Again, a game they have to have. Antoine, same spot, this time driving on Lathy, lost the ball. Lathy took it away from her. Lathy will bring it down with 47 seconds to play. And Antoine with the foul. Silly foul there, upset that she turned the ball over, then as Lathy brought it down, simply stuck her hands out trying to stop her dribble penetration. First foul on Antoine, over the limit, so this will be 2 free throws for Lathy. That one's off the front of the rim, no good. 16th game of the year for Lathy. She's been bothered with injury. Only a 28% shooter from three-point range, but Lathy tonight 2 for 4 at the arc so far. Hits the second free throw, going 1 for 2. She will come out. Cabrera comes back in. Also Sofia Mikos in as well. Carthage will bring it up. Woodward with 38 seconds left to Josefowicz. Now to Antoine, middle of the floor, top of the circle. One dribble, cut off. Needs to give it back to Josefowicz. Circles back around. Way too much time here for the Lady Reds. Too much dribbling. Now they get it inside. Kashan, turnaround shot, right block, good. Couple head and shoulder fakes. Kashan able to jack it from the right side. 44-33. Blue Jays will take it for the final shot. Cabrera penetrates, kick to the left side. Goff penetrates, came back down with it. That's a travel. They'll say she stepped out of bounds with it nonetheless, turning it back over to the Lady Reds with 3.6 seconds to play. Antoine to Larson. Larson with the run up to midcourt. Just across midcourt, got it away and nearly banked in at the buzzer as it rimmed out as time expired. 44-33, Elmhurst by 11 at the break. We'll pause, take a 2-minute timeout. Back with halftime numbers right after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Tonight's Lady Red basketball game brought to you in part by Berkshire Hathaway Epic Real Estate, by the Sinus and Snoring MD.com. That's Dr. Swerdlin with offices on Green Bay Road in Kenosha. And by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, located just east of I-94 and Highway 50. Nobody sells for less than Lynch. Online at lynchkenosha.com. Well, the Elmhurst Blue Jays come into Kenosha tonight and are giving it to the Carthage Lady Reds here at the half. It's the Blue Jays up by 11, 44-33, going 4 for their last 5 from the field and shooting 7 of 14 from three-point range. A team that comes in tonight averaging 27% from the three-point stripe and making just 4 per game. The Blue Jays 7 of 14 shooting the 3. That's the storyline. Reds not defending well at all. giving up 9 of 16 in that second quarter and 5 of 8 at the arc. And for the game, the Blue Jays now 15 of 29, 51%. And as I mentioned, 50% from the arc and 7 of 10 at the line. For Elmhurst, they were led by Lathy with 9 points. She was 3 of 5 from the field, 2 for 4 from the arc, 1 for 2 at the line. She has 9 points for the Blue Jays. Goff with 8 on 3 of 6 shooting. She's also 2 of 4 from the arc. 6 points each for Urso and Queen John. John 3 for 3 in the ball game, but left with her second foul here in the final minutes of this second quarter. 4 points for Reese, 3 points for Wayrick, and let's see here. Chris Lieb and Griffenstein played, did not score for the Blue Jays in that first half. Meanwhile, for the Lady Reds, just 12 of 24 from the field, 50%, 3 of 7 at the arc, and they are getting to the line, 6 of 9 at the line thus far. Leading scorer for the Lady Reds, Maggie Berrigan in the starting lineup tonight. Finished with 10 points in that first half on 4 of 8 shooting, 2 for 2 at the line. Only player in double figures for either team. Berrigan with 10. 6 points for Amanda Larson, 2 for 3 from the field, 2 for 3 at the line as well. 5 points for Sammy Woodward. Woodward 2 for 3, including a 3-pointer. 4 points for Kelsey Cashon. 3 points for Autumn Kalis. Lauren Herman with 2 points. Esther Josefowitz, Valev, and Plade did not score for the Lady Reds in that first half. Carthage in that second quarter went 9 of 14 and 3 for 5 at the arc. And for the game, 12 of 24 now, 3 of 7 at the arc. Rebounding, Carthage a 16-13 advantage on the glass. And for the Lady Reds, that includes 4 offensive rebounds. Leading rebounder for the Lady Reds in that first half was Autumn Kalis with 5. The Blue Jays with 13 boards, 3 on the offensive glass. Their leading rebounder was Lauren Goff with 3 rebounds, 2 on the offensive side. Blue Jays turned it over just 2 times in that first half. That led to no points, but the Lady Reds with 9 turnovers, that led to 12 Elmhurst points. In the paint, Lady Reds outscoring Elmhurst 16-14. Second chance points with those 4 offensive rebounds, a 9-4 advantage for the Lady Reds. But the Elmhurst bench scoring, coming off the bench, they are outscoring the Lady Reds 20-7 in that category. Again, for this Blue Jay team, they turned the ball over quite a bit, but tonight only 2 turnovers. Coming in 27% shooting the 3. Tonight they're hitting 50%, and they lead it here by 11, 44-33. Well, the Redmen are on the road in Naperville tonight as they're taking on North Central. That game has reached halftime at the Murner Fieldhouse, and it's a Carthage lead, 35-33, Redmen. Keenan Baltimore with 11 points to lead the way for Carthage in that first half. Matt Capoletti, this week's men's basketball player of the week in the CCIW. He had 7 in the first half for North Central. Redmen looking for a sweep over North Central, and they lead it by 2 at the half, 35-33. Carthage is in the conference tournament. They can finish no higher than 5th in the conference seeding, so they are in. They will be playing Tuesday, but they do not know who their opponent is. On the women's side tonight, it is North Park leading at the half over Milliken, 36-27. Carroll leading Wheaton at the half in Waukesha, 30-27. Illinois Wesleyan helping out the Lady Reds tonight. They lead North Central 43-29. Lady Reds need North Central to lose here tonight. A win by North Central, and they are in the conference tournament. On the men's side, it's Wheaton leading Milliken at the half, 30-24. In Chicago, it is Illinois Wesleyan by 2 over North Park, 37-35. And down at Elmhurst tonight, Elmhurst and Carroll are tied at 29 at halftime. Women's standings, you got North Park and Wheaton at 10-4. If both those teams win tonight, they have clinched at least a bye in the first round of the conference tournament. Illinois Wesleyan at 9-5, Milliken at 8-6. If both the Titans and Big Blue each win tonight, they will host first round games on Tuesday. Then you have North Central at 7-7, a win tonight by North Central over Illinois Wesleyan, and they are in the conference tournament with the 5th seed. Then you have Augustana at 7-8, a half game ahead of the Carthage Lady Reds, who are 6-8. And again, Carthage must win tonight and win on Saturday. And if Augustana loses on Saturday to North Park, then the Lady Reds will claim that 6th and final spot. But they need to win out. Lady Reds have to win tonight, and they'll need to beat Illinois Wesleyan here Saturday. That'll be senior day here at Carthage College, and that'll be getting underway at 5 o'clock with the women's game. You'll want to get here early, as Lady Reds will honor their seniors just prior to the start of their ball game. And then the Redmen and Titans will follow shortly after 7 o'clock. And again, the Redmen will honor their senior players as well. So if you're thinking of coming around for a Carthage basketball game, that would be this Saturday. Lady Reds and Redmen here at home in a doubleheader against Illinois Wesleyan beginning at 5. If you cannot make it here in person, make sure you join us here on 1050 WLIP, WLIP.com, and on the live.carthage.edu video stream. We'll have both ball games for you beginning at 4:40 on Saturday night. Should be a fun night. Should be a lively crowd in here. And if you're a student, staff, or faculty member here at Carthage College, bring your Carthage ID with you. You are always admitted free to Carthage athletic events showing your Carthage ID. So just looking at on the men's side, as we mentioned, North Central at 12-2 has clinched the conference title, so they will be hosting the conference tournament semifinals and finals down in Naperville next week, Friday and Saturday. Augustana has clinched second place no matter what, so the top 2 seeds on the men's side will be North Central and Augustana, each earning a bye. Augustana will get the number 2 seed based on head-to-head with Carthage, as both Augustana and Elmhurst would be 0-2 against North Central. Both are 1-1 against Illinois Wesleyan. And both Augustana and Elmhurst are 2-0 versus Wheaton. Then you get down to the tiebreaker with Carthage. Augustana 2-0 versus Carthage. Elmhurst is 1-1 against the Redmen, so Augie would get that second spot based on that tiebreaker. Then you've got Wesleyan at 9-5, Wheaton at 8-6. You still have a scenario where you could have a 3-way tie for third place in the conference, and then have tiebreakers break that out. I did not want to dive too deep into that, because that gets into all kinds of crazy scenarios, but we do know this for a fact, and that the Carthage Redmen are in the conference tournament. They will play Tuesday night on the road, either at Elmhurst or back at Illinois Wesleyan down in Bloomington on Tuesday night. Both currently hold the 3 and 4 seed in the tournament. The way the conference tournaments work, the number 3 seed hosts the number 6 seed, and the number 4 seed hosts the number 5 seed. So Redmen would be on the road no matter what. So they are in for Tuesday night's opener in conference tournament play. Lady Reds, they need a win here tonight to get in. They trail by 11 here at the break, 44-33. And again, a reminder, you'll be able to hear Coach Bernero with Bill and Pete tomorrow morning at 6:20 right here on WLIP on the Wake Up Kenosha show. You'll get Tim's take on tonight's ball game, and every Thursday morning at 6:20 on Wake Up Kenosha, on Kenosha's radio station AM 1050 WLIP. We'll step out, take a 60 break. When we come back, second half action from the Tarble Arena. Lady Reds down 11, 44-33 to the Blue Jays. Back after this on 1050 WLIP. Tonight's Lady Red basketball game brought to you in part by Ruffalo's 2 Family Restaurant on 45th Street in Kenosha, by Lou Perini's Gas and Grocery, that's home of Mama P's Ho-Ho Cakes and low cash prices for gas, by Wingstop of Kenosha on Highway 50, and by the Vigiano Insurance Agency. Give Steve a call today. He'll shop for your insurance needs. Reds have to D it up here in this second half. The Blue Jays shooting 51% in the ball game, 50% at the arc. And again, coming in, this is a team that was shooting at 36% as a team and 27% at the arc entering the game tonight. So Lady Reds have to do a better job recognizing who has the basketball and who's had the hot hand. It's been Levy off the bench as well as Urso and Goff from that three-point arc. I think for Carthage, they need to take advantage of the fact that O'Donnell is not in the lineup tonight. They can work on the inside game. Queen Jean is their post player right now. She has 2 fouls. Let's see if they go right after her in this second half. Starting 5 out there for the Lady Reds. It'll be Larson, Herman, Kalis, Woodward, and Berrigan. Berrigan with 10 points in that first half, her 3rd straight double digits in points here in the last 3 ball games. And Coach Bernero mentioned in the pregame, she got the start tonight. Last 4 games, she has shot better than 50% from the field. Lady Red ball to begin this second half. They'll work it right to left. Looks like the starting 5 out there for the Blue Jays: Urso, Reese, Wayrick, Gerke, and Goff. Kalis will handle it now as we're underway here in the 3rd. Reds trail by 11. Herman high on the right. Middle of the floor now to Kalis. Kalis working on Wayrick. Back out to Woodward for 3. Dropped it in right in front of the Lady Red bench. Sammy Woodward able to drop in the triple. Her second three-pointer tonight. She has 8. Deficit is 8 here in the early going of this 3rd quarter. Taking the dribble out of the right corner. Firing for 3. Urso no good. Rebound Larson. She'll take it up the floor. Amanda Larson across midcourt. Works it off right side to Woodward. Fakes inside. Back out to Larson. Works the perimeter now left side to Berrigan. Back up top to Woodward. Now to Kalis. Working on Wayrick. Got away. No, did not. Late whistle. Offensive foul. She did stick the left arm out into Wayrick. Wayrick fell off and fell down. Offensive foul on Kalis, her 3rd. Looked like she was going to lose her anyways. Really didn't need to stick that arm out, putting that ball on the floor. Kalis, a pretty good ball handler herself. And got called for the offensive foul, sticking out that off arm into Wayrick. Now the Blue Jays will set it up. Urso top of the free throw line. It's a back near side. Gerke. Now to Reese. Back up top. Wayrick inside. Gerke. Shot blocked inside. Goff taking that shot. Berrigan with the block. Larson comes away with it. Larson will set it up now. Works it inside. We got a whistle and a foul. Elmhurst foul on Mia Reese. That is her first. Larson on that drive to the basket fouled. She'll get 2 free throws out of it. 6 points tonight for Amanda Larson. That free throw too strong. Larson made her 17th start. She's appeared in all 24 games now for the Lady Reds. Really had to pick up the slack with the loss of Maddie Kelber. Went empty on that attempt. 0 for 2 from the line on that trip. 44-36 Blue Jays, 8:15 to play here in the 3rd. Wayrick with it now high on the left. Works it back to Urso right side. Dribbles in front of Larson. Now leaves for Reese. Back up top it'll go. 3 fired up. Taken by Wayrick. No good. Rebound pulled in by Herman. Lauren Herman top of the circle. Works the dribble off right side. Now penetrates below the free throw line. Back out to Larson. To Woodward. Now back to Kalis. Kalis around the ball screen to Berrigan. Gets it back to Berrigan. 15-footer left side won't go. Ball tipped around. And Herman comes away with it. Able to knock it away from Reese that time. Reds will reload here. 15 to shoot for Woodward. Works it back inside to Herman on the drive, going past Reese, count it, and one. As Reese bumped Herman to the ground, and Herman with a chance for a three-point play. Reese with the foul, her second on the Blue Jays. Lauren Herman for the and one. Got it. 6-0 run to start this third quarter for the Lady Reds as Queen John will check in now, replacing Reese. John with 2 fouls already, so we'll see if the Reds will work inside a little bit, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Get Herman out and bring Kelsey Cashon in. So Cashon and Berrigan playing together again here tonight. 44-39, Reds have cut it to 5. We're early in the third here in Kenosha. Up top with it is Gerke. Inside to Queen John. Tried to save it. Did not. Right into the hands of Autumn Kalis. Turnover for the Blue Jays. Just their third of the night. Their first here in the second half. Cashon near side Larson. On the near wing. Back up top. As Woodward's shot partially blocked that time by Lauren Goff and taken away the Blue Jays. Wayrick down the floor. Gets it to Urso. Back to Wayrick. Now inside left block it goes to Gerke. We got a whistle and a foul and a travel, and not a foul. Second straight turnover by the Blue Jays. So Becca Gerke turning it over on the travel. Reds will bring it up full court. Woodward with it. Works it off left side to Kalis. Back up top to Berrigan. Looked inside, now dishes off right side to Larson. Larson now on the drive around the Cashon ball screen. Banked it off the glass, did not convert, but will get to the free throw line on the drive by Larson. Smart to recognize Cashon had set a nice screen for her inside. That opened up a lane for her to drive to the right of the basket. They'll get Larson back at the line, shooting 2. That foul on Queen John, her third. Free throw up and in for Amanda Larson. 7 points tonight for Larson, but she has struggled at the line, going 2 for 5. Second one no good. Cashon got the rebound. Able to save it now. Out to Woodward. Left corner 3. Got it! All set up by the Kelsey Cashon offensive rebound. The Reds have cut it to 1. And we got a timeout taken by the Blue Jays. Woodward with the triple. The Reds have come out smoking here in the third. They've got a 10-0 run. They've cut it to 1. 44-43. We'll step out. This is Lady Red basketball on 1050 WLIP. Blue Jays with the basketball. A 10-0 run by the Lady Reds. They've closed to within 1 early in the third. Lady Reds going 3 of 5 from the field, 2 for 3 at the arc. They forced 2 turnovers here and an 0 for 3 start. And they force another one here, a shot clock violation on the Blue Jays as Chris Lieb could not get the 3 up from the left corner in time. So Carthage will bring it up in the backcourt. Larson, Woodward, Berrigan, Kashawn, and Kalis, looking for their first lead since very early in the first quarter. Work it inside. Berrigan working on Queen John. Now works it to Kashawn. Nice feed, low right, able to lay it up and in. The Reds have the lead. 45-44. Carthage on a beautiful feed in the post that time by Berrigan, going left to right with Kashawn on the finish. Kelsey Kashawn with 6 points now. Queen John with it. Working on Berrigan, going up and over Berrigan. Tough shot, got it in. Maggie Berrigan held her own there on the left block. That was just Queen John being Queen John. That's exactly what she does. She is very tough in that post. When she gets that ball on the left block or right block, she is tough to defend. 46-45 Blue Jays. Berrigan, top of the circle, nails the jumper. Comes right back. 12 points tonight for Berrigan. 47-46 Lady Reds. Wayrick with it now. Cross-court feed to Lathy. Lathy for three. Got it. Lathy over Larson, who came out, flashed at her. Lathy still dumped it in. Lathy now 3 for 5 at the arc. 49-47 Blue Jays. Kalis now high on the left side, guarded by Wayrick. Gives it off to Berrigan, working on Queen John. Elects to pass it back to Woodward, who was fouled on the handoff that time by Lauren Goff. Goff picking up the foul, her first. 4th team foul on the Blue Jays here in this third quarter. Next foul will put the Reds at the line, shooting 2. Kalis off the inbound feed. Works the dribble now, swings the pass to Woodward. Back to Kalis, open 3, got it! Just to the right of the free throw line. Autumn Kalis from behind the arc now has 6. 50-49 Lady Reds. Again, down by 11 at the half. The Reds have come alive here in this third quarter. Lathy tried to flip it into Queen John. It was broken up by Kashawn as John hit the deck hard. Not sure if Kashawn knocked her to the floor or not, but trying to avoid the contact, fell backwards and hit the deck. Berrigan will come out. Lauren Herman back in for the Lady Reds. And in for the Blue Jays, Elena Cabrera, the 5'8 junior. Blue Jays will inbound with 15 on the clock. And they get it in. On the drive is Urso. Back out to Lathy, just inside the arc, left side, and hits. She is going crazy here tonight. 5 for 7 now from the field. 14 points for Sophia Lathy. 51-50 Blue Jays. Now Woodward works it off left side to Larson. Larson penetrates to the free throw line, kick back to Woodward. Gets a ball screen from Herman. Uses it, now feeds it down low left to Kashawn. Goes up with a shot, and she was fouled, and Queen John, I believe, with that foul. That's her 4th. Queen John with the foul, her 4th, 15th foul, so Kashawn at the line shooting 2. John, their leading scorer, will leave with 4 fouls here with 3:29 to go in the third. Kashawn at the line for a pair. 2 for 4 at the line tonight. Lefty gets the first one up and in. 7 points tonight for Kelsey Kashawn. She came off the bench tonight. She had been starting the last several ball games for the Lady Reds, but Berrigan getting the start ahead of her tonight. Still like the development of her game. Makes the second free throw. 2 for 2 that trip. 52-51 Lady Reds. 3:25 to play, third quarter. Lathy with it now. Contact by Woodward. Now passes it off. Cabrera for 3. That one is short. Long rebound picked up by Herman. Outlets quickly to Woodward. Woodward with a 2-on-1. Feeds Kalis down low left. Shot rejected. Knocked out of bounds that time by Gerke. She was the last one back. Woodward faked the pass. Would have taken it right to the basket. Might have been the better option there. They lob it into Kashawn down low left. Missed the shot. Battle for the rebound. Kashawn comes away with it. Puts it up and in. In traffic, Kelsey Kashawn able to come down with the offensive rebound. And then through 3 different Blue Jay players, able to get it up and in. Largest lead of the game for the Lady Reds now at 3. 54-51 Carthage. Inside look to Gerke, lays it up and in. Becca Gerke, right side, able to finish. Gerke with 8. 54-53 Carthage. 2:35 remaining here in the third as Woodward nearly lost the dribble, picks it back up, drives right side around the Kashon screen, floats, missing, rebound Herman. She'll take it back out for the Lady Reds to the left wing, now to Kashon. Back up top to Woodward, right side it goes to Kalis. Kalis working on Wayrick, had it knocked away, picks it back up. Kalis and a foul, we got a contact I believe by Wayrick this time. Trying to reach in to take that dribble away from Kalis and commits the foul. Wayrick with the foul, her first. This will put Kalis on the line as that's the 5th team foul, so Autumn Kalis will shoot 2 here with 2:14 to play in the quarter. First one skips around and in for Autumn Kalis. Her first trip to the line tonight, she has 7 points. 5 rebounds and a couple of assists tonight. Makes the second, going 2 for 2. She will check out. Nancy Valev will check back in for the Lady Reds. 56-53 Carthage. A 10-0 run to start this quarter. And the Reds back in this ball game. They were down 11 at the half. Now Gerke with it. Jump pass into the corner. We got a whistle and a foul on the play as Wayrick hit the deck. What do we got here? Official talking things over at the scorer's table. Mark Rapinski going to call a foul on Herman. They said it was before the shot, so there'll be Blue Jay ball with 20 on the shot clock to inbound left of the basket. Lathy gets it in. Works it off to Gerke now, right side. Backing down in the paint. Turnaround shot, partially blocked by Herman. Pulled down by Kashon. Lauren Herman with a shot block that time. Now Woodward will run point. Middle of the floor. Swings it off to Valev on the right wing. Back up top to Herman. They roll it around. We got a whistle, and we got an offensive foul on Kelsey Kashon in the paint. Kashon picking up her third. It was away from the play underneath, trying to come out and set a ball screen. Knocked the defender down. Berrigan will check in. Next dead ball for Carthage. 90 seconds to go here in the third. Lady Reds up by 3. Wayrick with it, top of the circle, guarded by Valev. Gets past Valev, left side, trying to go up with it, and was knocked to the floor, and she will get to the free throw line. She got that first step, got around Valev. No, they're going to call a travel. Oh, my. Huge break here for the Lady Reds, much to the chagrin of the Elmhurst bench. So they'll call a travel on Wayrick, turning the ball back over to the Lady Reds. Carthage up 3 here with 1:15 to go in the quarter. Nancy Valev high on the right, working the dribble. Through Herman, deflects over to Larson. Back up top, Woodward fakes the jump shot, now puts it up and hits. Little flash around by Marissa Urso. As Woodward faked that shot, Urso jumped past her, then put it on the floor, dribbled inside the arc, top of the circle, and hit. 58-53, largest lead at 5 for the Lady Reds. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Lathy able to lose. Woodward puts it up and in. Woodward was looking for an offensive foul, didn't get the call. Lathy having a ball game tonight, 14 tonight. And now a walk by Herman, middle of the floor. Unforced error by Herman. Turning it over on the travel as she caught that ball middle of the floor. (58-55). Elmhurst with the ball, 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Becca Gerke leaves it for Wayrick. Back out to Lathy. She is red hot and hits again. Sophia Lathy able to hit the three-pointer again to tie the game at 58. 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Woodward across midcourt. Woodward tried to force it into Herman over her head. Back-to-back turnovers for the Lady Reds. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. It'll be Blue Jay ball. 19 points tonight for Sophia Lathy. 7 of 9 from the floor, 4 of 6 at the arc. From midcourt at the buzzer, and that goes off the side of the backboard, and we're tied at 58, headed to the fourth. A good one here tonight from the Tarble Arena. Tied at 58, Carthage and Elmhurst back with the fourth after this on AM 1050 WLIP. Reds jumped out to a 10-0 run to start the third quarter, led by as many as 5. Game tied here as we begin the fourth, 58 all. It'll be Blue Jay basketball to start this fourth quarter from the Tarble Arena. John Weiser with you. Glad you're along tonight. Sophia Lathy, the storyline tonight, coming off the bench for 19 points, 7 of 9 from the field, including 4 triples tonight. Lily Griffinstein in there now to start this fourth quarter. Again, Queen Jean on the bench with 4 personal fouls to begin this fourth quarter. Lathy works it off to Urso. Back up top, Cabrera. Griffinstein with it now. Hands it back to Gerke, 10 on the shot clock. Becca Gerke cut off on the dribble nicely that time by Berrigan. Back out to Urso, floats in the paint, left it short. Lathy was right there with the back rebound, bucket, and one upcoming for Sophia Lathy. Lathy having a career game tonight, 21 with a free throw upcoming. Kalis will check in now for Nancy Valev. That last foul on Sammy Woodward, her first. Chance to give the Blue Jays a 3-point lead to start this fourth quarter. Lathy from the free throw line is good. 2 for 3 at the line, 22 points for Lathy. 61-58 in favor of the Blue Jays. Early here in the fourth. Berrigan now works it off left side to Larson, guarded by Lathy. Puts it on the floor, back out to Woodward. Urso on her. Quick pass from Kalis, back to Berrigan, just inside the arc, right wing, able to knock down the jumper. 14 tonight for Maggie Berrigan. 61-60 Blue Jays. Lathy to Griffinstein. Working around to Gerke. Faked the shot. Got Berrigan off the floor. Penetrates. Kick to Griffinstein just inside the arc. Left side. Missing. Rebound Berrigan. Carthage out rebounding the Blue Jays. 27-17 tonight. Trail by 1. Woodward with it high on the right. Gets it to Kalis, top of the circle. Left side Larson. Fakes. Now puts it on the floor. Got past Lathy. Lays it up right side and in. Good ball fake that time. Got Lathy off her feet. Then drove past her for the layup. Amanda Larson with 9. 62-61 Lady Reds. Now 3 on the way. Out of the right. Left side is good. Cabrera for the triple. Answers. Blue Jays back up by 2. Cabrera with 5 points tonight. 2 minutes into our fourth quarter. Herman for 3, knocks it down. An answer by Lauren Herman. And the Reds back up by 1, 65-64. Now Urso at the free throw line, leaves it for Cabrera. To Griffinstein, inside Gerke. Turning, Gets around Berrigan, puts it up with the left hand short. Ball deflects out, double deflection, and went off Woodward, then Lathy out of bounds. It'll be Carthage ball. Kashawn will check in for Maggie Berrigan. 14 points tonight for Berrigan. Her 4th straight double-digit game. Lathy will come out. Wayrick back in now for the Blue Jays. Also in Lauren Goff. Again, Queen John coming off the bench, picked up her 4th foul midway through that 3rd quarter, and she's been on the bench with those 4 fouls. As Kashawn now works it off to Woodward. Left side Larson looking inside, now puts it on the floor. Wayrick, good defense there. To Kashawn, back to Larson, back inside to Kashawn. Backing down, turns on Gerke, throws it off the glass too strong. Herman an offensive board, and the stick back goes down. Lauren Herman with another offensive rebound, and this time the stick back went in. 10 points for Herman tonight, the lead back out to 3. Now Wayrick high on the left side, guarded by Kalis. Leaves it for Urso, drives in below the free throw line left side, back out to Wayrick. Got past Kalis again, just working a tight weave, top of the circle. Now Goff, into the corner it goes to Urso for a 3. That one's no good. Rebound Kashawn, who's fouled from behind. Nearly fouled again by Goff. Now Kalis with the run up right side, banked it too strong, looked for the rebound, and went off of Herman out of bounds. She got tangled up with Griffenstein, I believe. Yeah, that was Griffenstein, but Herman couldn't gather that one in. Berrigan late to get to the checking in, so she'll have to wait for the next dead ball. Carthage 67, Elmhurst 64, 6.5 minutes to play in this contest. Again, a must-win for the Lady Reds. A loss tonight, and they're eliminated. Queen John back in there now, as a pass was deflected inside by Amanda Larson. It was intended for Gerke. Larson slapped it away. Woodward now, back to Larson, inside Kashawn. Trying to work it inside, put it on the floor, and had it stolen away by Gerke. She was trying to back down with a dribble on Queen John, and had it stripped away by Gerke. John the other way, her short jumper missing, and the rebound to Woodward. Under 6 minutes to play now, the Reds up by 3. Woodward will slow it down. Takes the dribble left side, now to Herman, reversing right side Larson. Inside Kashawn. Back out to Kalis for the 3 left side, crawls off the rim, no good. Rebound by Urso. She'll race it up the right side. Urso down the right side. Now below the arc, back up top to John. They work it around left side, Wayrick in the left corner. Lob feed nicely to left block. Oh, block foul on Woodward. Boy, it looked like she got all ball there. So said she got him across the arm, but Woodward picks up the foul, her 2nd. Lauren Herman will come out, Maggie Berrigan in. 2 free throws here for Queen John. Her first trip to the line tonight, she has 8 points. Team's leading scorer, 11 per game, drops that one in. We'll have one more. Leading scorer and leading rebounder. She's missed 4 games this year, including Saturday's contest and the 20-point loss to Milliken. And the Blue Jays will take a timeout after the 2 made free throws by Queen John, who has 10 points. Gives us a chance to remind you, tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by S.J. Crystals Menswear. For the finest of men's fashions, it's clearly S.J. Crystals. By Dickey's Barbecue Pit. By the Westosha Sports Complex. And Triangle Flooring Furniture and Appliance Center on Highway 50 and 39th Avenue in Kenosha. Redmond enjoy a 7-point lead with 4 minutes left down in Naperville. It's the Carthage-Redmond 61, North Central 54. Keenan Baltimore with 17 points. Krishan Cook with 13. Philip Bulatovich off the bench for 11. Capoletti, Reardon, Helwig, and Chang all with 10 for the Cardinals. Again, Carthage looking for this sweep on North Central. They lead it in Naperville 62-54 with 4 minutes left. Here the Reds are up by 1 with the basketball following the Blue Jay timeout. Woodward brings it across. Works it off to Berrigan, top of the circle. Back out to Larson, right wing. To Kalis, top of the circle, 3, past Wyrack, won't go. And the rebound pulled in by Lauren Goff for the Blue Jays. She'll push it up across midcourt. Goff with the right-hand dribble around the Gerke screen. Back to Gerke now, top of the circle. She'll take the jumper there. That one rattles off, no good. Sammy Woodward there to take the rebound. Both her and Kashawn right there for the board. 4:45 to play. The Reds up by 1. Now Berrigan, top of the circle, works it off left side to Amanda Larson. Larson on the drive to the basket, fouled by Lauren Goff. Goff off balance that time as she was trying to keep Larson in front of her. It'll be the first Blue Jay foul here of this fourth quarter. Sophia Lathy back in. Lathy the story tonight, 22 points for Lathy. Larson now to Woodward in the left corner. Back up top to Larson. Larson with the drive, missing underneath. Kashawn with the offensive rebound, missed again. This time Lathy able to take it away. A defender can't let her penetrate. Gets below the free throw line. Now Gerke with it. Back out to Lathy for 3. Over Larson. No. Rebound Woodward. Got position that time underneath in front of Lauren Goff. 67-66, Lady Reds. We're down 11 at the half. Took a 10-0 run to start the third quarter. Got them back in the game, led by as many as 5 here in the second half. Running one-hander, no good by Woodward. Bad foul by Kashawn as she went over the back of Gerke. 4th foul on Kashawn. And kind of a weird shot that time by Woodward. Kind of dribbled below the free throw line and left her feet and realized she had to do one of two things: pass it off or shoot, and kind of in midair decided to shoot. Chance to take the lead here for the Blue Jays. Lathy to Wayrick. Leaves it at the line for Gerke, trying to get around Berrigan, throws it off the glass, no good. Ball tip right back to Gerke. She'll drive the basket and lay it in. Berrigan was trying to go for a tap out that time, and it deflected the ball right back to Gerke. Picked it up, and easy pickings right back to the basket. 68-67 Blue Jays. Larson now takes a dribble to the top of the circle. Swings it off right side to Kalis. Now inside Berrigan. Working on Queen Jean. Double teamed by Gerke. Back to Kashawn. Penetrates. Drives the left side of the baseline. Lays it up and in. Kashawn almost dribbled too deep that time and then got the shot away low left and able to finish. 69-68 Lady Reds. 12 points tonight for Kashawn. Now Lathy with it. Works it off. Goff. Inside to Wayrick. Back out to Lathy for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound tip by Berrigan. Over to Kalis. She'll take it for the Lady Reds. 2:35 remaining. Reds up by 1. Must win tonight for the Lady Reds. Keep their hopes alive for making the 6-team conference tournament. Kalis, pull-up jumper at the free throw line, won't go. Rebound deflects off of John to Lathy. 2:15 to play. 69-68. Reds up by 1. Lathy now leaves it for Wayrick for 3. Back iron miss. Queen John with the rebound, going back up, and was fouled by Kashawn. She is done for the night. Kelsey Kashawn committing the 5th foul. She fouls out here with 2:06 to play. Lauren Herman will check in for Kashawn. So Kelsey Kashawn's evening is over. 12 points tonight, 4 of 8 from the floor, 6 rebounds. Fouling out here with 2:06 remaining. Queen John at the line will shoot 2. Free throw up and good for John. 11 points, right at her season average tonight. John 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 at the line now. Make it 4 for 4 at the line. Gives her team a 1-point lead. 70-69 Elmhurst. We approach 2 minutes to play here in Kenosha. Kalis now works it off to Woodward. Nice head and shoulder fake. Got around the Berrigan screen. Lays it up and in. Sammy Woodward with 15 points. Reds back up by 1. 1:47 to play. Backdoor feed, reverse layup, right side, good. Goes down for Goff, and a timeout taken by the Lady Reds. And it will be a 30-second timeout. 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Reds. And the Redmen on the road tonight, hanging on. They have a 4-point lead with 2 minutes to go, 64-60 over North Central. Here it's Elmhurst 72, Lady Reds 71, 1:42 to play. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Carthage has committed 4 fouls, so their next foul puts Elmhurst at the line shooting 2. The possession arrow favoring the Lady Reds. Berrigan, Kalis, Larson, Herman, and Woodward for the Lady Reds. Carthage will inbound going the full length. It'll be Gerke, Lathy, John, Wayrick, and Goff for the Blue Jays as Kalis gets the inbound. 1:40 to play, Reds down by 1. Kalis brings it across. Works it off right wing to Woodward. Sammy now. Skip pass, Herman, left side. Back up top to Larson. Now to Woodward. Woodward will shoot the 3. Short. Air ball miss. It'll go out of bounds to the Blue Jays with 1:19 to play. So the Blue Jays with a big possession here. 2-pointer keeps it a 1-possession game. A 3-pointer makes it a 2-possession game. Wayrick takes her time across midcourt. Minute 10 to go. Reds are trailing by 1. Queen John, top of the circle. Works it off to Lathy. Back inside. Ball deflects off of Goff, out of bounds. It went off of Gerke. It'll be Carthage ball with exactly 1 minute to play. Big turnover there by the Blue Jays. They've committed 7 here in this second half, 9 in the ball game. Kalis now on the left side gets a screen from Herman to the free throw line, back out to Larson. Now to Woodward, 45 seconds to play. Reds are trailing by 1. Woodward pulls up, guarded hard by Goff. Gives it off to Larson, 10 to shoot. Larson leaves it for Kalis. Kalis, step back, inside Berrigan. Berrigan leans in, over John, and hits in the paint! With 31 seconds left, the Reds retake the lead, 73-72. Blue Jays will bring it across. They'll take a timeout here. 25 seconds to play. Blue Jays will inbound near side when play resumes. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Nice play by Berrigan in the paint. Little head and shoulder fake, got Queen John off her feet, then leaned in and hit the short jumper. 16 points for Berrigan. Gives the Lady Reds a 1-point lead, 73-72. Reds with 2 timeouts remaining, the Blue Jays with 1. Possession arrow favoring the Lady Reds. It'll be Elmhurst ball just across midcourt. Again, the Reds were down 11 at the half, went on a 10-0 run to start the third quarter, led by as many as 5 late in the third, 58-53, before a 5-0 run by the Blue Jays tied the game at 58 as we entered the fourth. And it's been a seesaw affair here, neither team leading by more than 3 here in this fourth quarter. Goff will trigger the inbound. Game clock and shot clock each at 25 here, so they can take it all the way down for the final shot. Wayrick with it, with Queen John out there along with Urso, Goff, and Lathy. Lathy circles around, knocked down a player. What do we have, an offensive foul or what? Oh, they're going to call a blocking foul on Herman, who was outside the halo. Had her, looked like she had both feet down. Tough call there with 16 seconds left, putting Lathy on the line, shooting 2, as that'll be the 5th team foul on the Lady Reds. Tim Bernero can't believe it. I don't know if we got a replay or not, as Lathy attempts the first free throw. First of 2 here for Lathy. Looking to tie, and does. This one for the lead with 16 seconds to play. Lathy with a collegiate best 22 tonight. Second one up, and good as well. 2 for 2 that trip. Timeout, Lady Reds. They'll advance the ball to midcourt with 16 seconds left. Lathy with a pair of free throws and 24 points tonight. 16 seconds left. The Reds will advance the ball to midcourt. They'll inbound in front of the scorer's table. They have 1 timeout remaining. The Blue Jays with 1 timeout remaining. 25 seconds to go in Naperville. Carthage up by 4, 66-62. Trying to hang on. Pick up their second win over North Central. At least make a statement here. Again, you go back to that 3-point loss at Augustana Saturday by the Redmen. If they win that game, I think they're in the 7th or 8th spot in the region based on record against regionally ranked opponent. If they win tonight, they'll have 2 victories over North Central, ranked in the top 8 in the region. They have a victory over Oshkosh and 1 victory over Elmhurst. They'd be 4-1 over the top 8 in the Central region. So 16 seconds to play. Berrigan, Herman, Woodward, Kalis, and Larson. Carthage advancing the ball to midcourt following that timeout. They'll get it into Kalis. Gets a ball screen from Berrigan. Back inside, deflected by John, picked up by Urso with 10 seconds left. Carthage has to foul here. Urso fouled with 8 seconds left. Still an opportunity here for the Lady Reds. Berrigan had it taken away by Queen John on the steal. Or excuse me, Kalis on the turnover. And now 2 free throws for Urso to put her team up by 3. Free throw in and out, rimmed out. Reds have 1 timeout remaining, so we'll see if they'll use it here. Following this free throw by Urso. Blue Jays pull everybody off the baseline here. And the miss. Rebound pulled in by Berrigan. Timeout Carthage. They'll advance the ball to midcourt again with 8 seconds to play. So the Reds out of timeouts. Blue Jays have 1 remaining. Carthage still in it as Urso missed a pair here in the late going. Well, a costly turnover, but all it did was take 10 seconds off the clock here. The Reds now being able to advance the ball to midcourt, one of the new rules implemented in women's basketball a couple of years ago. So Carthage will inbound in front of their own bench. Tim Bernero drawing up a play on the whiteboard as I speak. See if they look for the 2. Maybe if they do, they look inside to Berrigan. If not, Kalis or Woodward here. Actually, they'll inbound across the way here, right down below us. Larson to trigger the inbound. 8.1 to play. Reds down 1. They get it into Woodward. Woodward fouled immediately, and again, they've got 3 fouls to give here. They can keep following the Lady Reds. We got 2 more to give here. Again, 5 team fouls will put you. They look inside to Berrigan, going back up over Queen John. Missed. Ball loose inside. Queen John picks it up, and she'll score the rebound, and that'll do it. The Lady Reds lose here at home. Tim Bernero protesting that there was a foul. Elmhurst will come away with the win. Queen John getting the rebound as time expired. Now, was there time left? Tim Bernero wanting a foul there. Thought it was a hook and hold underneath. They're going to put 0.3 seconds on the clock. That's what they're going to do. Tim Bernero thinking the game was over. Not been happy with the officiating here down the stretch. Queen John will go to the free throw line. Will shoot a pair here as Elmhurst comes to Kenosha. Upsets the Lady Reds, knocking them out of the conference tournament. Carthage out of timeouts. And Queen John shooting the double bonus here. Reds will have to put somebody underneath there in case they get the rebound off the missed second shot. You know, credit the Blue Jays. They came to Kenosha as John misses the front end here. Had nothing to play for but pride tonight. Taking down the Lady Reds and costing the Lady Reds a conference tournament berth. Second free throw by John goes in. 75-73. Woodward looking for a baseball pass. Going to just heave it down court. Looking for Bear again. The catch, the touch, and it's over. The Blue Jays upset the Lady Reds here in their final game of the regular season. 75-73. The Blue Jays pick up the win. They win 3 of their last 4 down the stretch and knock the Lady Reds out of the conference tournament contention. Their final tonight, 75-73 Blue Jays. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll visit with head coach Tim Bernero when we return to the Tarble Arena. Your final, Elmhurst 75, Carthage 73. Back after this on AM 1050 WLIP. John Weiser back with you at the Tarble Arena. A tough one here tonight in a must-win situation. Lady Reds needing a victory to have any chance of making the 6-team conference tournament. And they had their opportunities down the stretch, but fall here to Elmhurst by a score of 75-73. The Reds now at 6-9, 11-13 overall in 7th place. And they would lose the tiebreaker with Augustana. Augustana idle tonight, and Augustana will wrap up their season at home against North Park. So in a must-win tonight where the Lady Reds needed to win their last 2, have Augustana lose their last game. And now it's very dire here for the Lady Reds in trying to make the conference tournament. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, they win their 3rd game in their last 4 outings down the stretch to go to finish the year at 5-11 in conference play and 10-15 overall. Was a 11-point deficit at the half, but Carthage went on a 10-0 run to start the 3rd quarter and opened up as much as a 5-point lead with just over a minute left in the 3rd, but Elmhurst came back with a 3-pointer and a pair of free throws in the final minute to tie the game at 58 heading into the 4th. In that 4th quarter, neither team led by more than 3, and it came down to the final minute. Maggie Berrigan hitting a short jumper with 31 seconds left made it a 73-72 Carthage advantage. But then Lauren Herman committed a foul as she was trying to take a charge in the paint, and Queen John on the drive to the basket knocked her to the ground. They ruled it a block foul, and so John at the line hit a pair of free throws with 16 seconds left to give the Blue Jays a 1-point lead, 74-73. Lady Reds took the timeout, advanced the ball to midcourt where they got it inbounds. We're looking to get it inside to Maggie Berrigan, but the pass was deflected and taken away from Autumn Kalis. Queen John on the steal, and was able to get it down, and Urso on the drive to the basket was fouled with 8 seconds left. That put Marissa Urso on the line with a chance to put her team up by 3, but she missed a pair of free throws. Maggie Berrigan got the rebound, and with 8 seconds left, Carthage had life. They took their final timeout, advanced the ball to midcourt, and they got it into Maggie Berrigan. Her layup came up short. They battled for the loose ball. Queen John came away with it. Amanda Larson called for a foul, and with 0.3 seconds left, Queen John went 1 for 2 at the line, and the Lady Reds fall here tonight by a score of 75-73. Despite a nice performance tonight from a couple of players, Maggie Berrigan with 16 points, Sammy Woodward with 15, Kelsey Cashon with 12 points, fouling out here in the fourth quarter, and 10 points from Lauren Herman. Lady Reds out-rebound the Blue Jays 36-27, but fall to Elmhurst here at home by a final of 75-73. Joined now by head basketball coach Tim Bernero, and had some opportunities tonight, Tim. You had some chances here, particularly in the last 30 seconds, just unable to capitalize.
We didn't do a good job. I mean, that's kind of the header for this team all year. We didn't do what we were supposed to do, and that, you can't play half a game. The team, no offense to them, the worst offensive team in the league, that's the worst three-point shooting team and the lowest scoring team and everything, like ninth in all those categories, was absolutely lighting us up in the first half. 28 points in the second quarter, 44 points in the half. So we tried hard in the second half and tied the game and got back. Then we got a 5-point lead at the end of the third quarter and made 2 mental errors for screwing up assignments, and now all of a sudden now they tie it, they come back, and you get what you deserve. I can't feel, I'm frustrated because we couldn't do what we were supposed to do, and that's my fault, I guess. But you can't. We approached it like trash.
Rough one, and it just all around. You just look at it. You let a team here in Elmhurst with that 3-point shooting. You mentioned it in the pregame, and unfortunately, it came to light. You didn't think they were going to hit the threes, and tonight they go 10 for 25 at the 3-point line, 40%, coming in 27% as a team.
Right, and that's they're college basketball players. If you don't guard them hard enough, I suppose they can get started, and then that's what happened. They got started, shot 50% from the 3 in the first half, and they had one kid running around unconscious, just keep throwing the ball at the basket, and she started. You give them confidence and they get going. That's some of that has to fall on us, and some of it is just playing. You got to play the game right. If you don't play the game right, it doesn't matter. We kind of disrespected how to play the game, and they scored inside. They had us turned in circles off the dribble, and they made threes. So what were we stopping?
Yeah, it is frustrating, and again, talk about the last couple of plays here. You were looking to go inside, it looked like, to Berrigan a couple of times.
Oh, well, the last two, we sort of ran the same play from a different angle with a different person. We thought we'd missed on the ball screen, the rolls earlier in the half. We tried to throw it a couple times, or we didn't throw it when we had it, and we took some kind of tough runners, and then we had a chance there, and we kind of jumped the gun and threw it, and they deflected it. And then the other time they were smart. They were trying to use fouls and get to that point, and I thought we were able, they were going to use a foul again, so we tried to slide Maggie up the lane and throw her over the top, and we got it. And I thought she got fouled, but I guess she didn't. And again, that's not – if we weren't so bad in the first half, that wouldn't have been an issue.
Yeah, and it's this one really hurts because it really, I think, puts you out now of a conference tournament, because at 6-9, the best you can get is 7-9. Augustana already at 7-8, and I think if you fall into a two-team tie, I believe Augustana ends up with the tiebreaker there.
Yeah,
I don't know how that works out,
yeah.
but I was looking at it quickly here tonight, and I think that works
Yeah, I
out
don't
just
know.
by doing the math here. With in a two-way tie, Augustana 1-1 versus Wheaton, you're 0-2 versus Wheaton, and they're 1-1 against Wesleyan. You're already 0-1 against Wesleyan, so it makes it a must-win now.
Right.
At least to have it go through the tiebreaker slide again here, but
Right. Yeah. So I mean that ship might have sailed, and that's our fault. I mean, we didn't do what we were supposed to do tonight against a team you were supposed to beat on your own floor. So if we don't make it, we deserve not to make it.
Well, your hunch was right. You put Maggie Berrigan in the starting lineup tonight. She did finish with 16 points, and out of the post tonight, you ended up getting 28 points and 10 rebounds out of your post players tonight.
And this is the first time, again, you saw the game Saturday. This is the first time where teams played with two traditional post players, so we could play those two. Most of the teams have played with one and a hybrid, and those people have been shooting threes and killing us. So we haven't been able to play those two together because they can't guard those guys out there. So we've gotten in those situations, and that's why we're where we're at.
Well, you got Illinois Wesleyan here for Senior Day on Saturday, 5 o'clock tip here, and that becomes a very big ball game. But nonetheless, final game for your seniors here, and Autumn Kalis, Sammy Woodward, in their final games here.
Yeah, I mean,
Maggie Berrigan.
Disappointing. We'll see what other stuff happened tonight, but disappointing that we might not have made it have any importance. I mean, in the standings, it's important because it's their last game. I can still tell you the score of my last game when I played it so many years ago, but it's disappointing that we didn't lead ourselves to a position where tonight where we could have won this game and made Saturday a little more meaningful. We'll see if it is or isn't, but we'll play it either way. We have to play it.
Tim, I'm sorry we didn't get the win here tonight, and I'll let you go here tonight, but we'll see you on Saturday. I know you're frustrated tonight, and I'll let you handle it.
Not, hey, not your fault, obviously, and that's I hate I told the kids a little bit after the game, real briefly. There's life lessons. You don't do your work. If you don't do your job, you don't get paid. It's in a cruder sense. I mean, we didn't do what we didn't respect the game we were supposed to. We played like not a good team, and we got the result that not good teams get. So that's what it is, and that's where we're at. And it's disappointing because I thought we were on a little bit of a roll before last Saturday, and now we're not. So we'll get ready to play Saturday.
Let's go get them Saturday against Wesleyan. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Johnny.
You bet. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you coming up here in a tough loss here at home tonight, 75-73 to the Elmhurst Blue Jays. We mentioned the scoring tonight. Maggie Berrigan finished with 16 points. She led the Lady Reds in points tonight, and she had 7 of 13 from the field for Berrigan tonight, and the leading scorer at 16. Sammy Woodward chipped in 15 tonight. Another good night for Sammy Woodward, 6 of 11 from the floor, 3 for 5 at the arc. 5 assists tonight for Woodward as well. She played all 40 minutes tonight for the Lady Reds. Back-to-back 40-minute games for Sammy Woodward, finishing with 15. Kelsey Kashawn off the bench for 12 tonight, 4 of 8 from the field, 4 of 6 at the line. Fouled out midway through the fourth quarter and finished with 12 points. Lauren Herman with 10 tonight. Herman 4 for 4 from the field, including a three-pointer, and she was perfect at the line, 1 for 1. She also had 7 rebounds and 2 blocks tonight for Amanda Larson. And she finished or Lauren Herman, I should say. Lauren Herman finishing with 10 tonight. 9 points for Amanda Larson, 3 of 5 from the field, 0 for 1 at the arc, 3 for 7 at the line tonight for Larson, finishing with 9 points. 8 points for Autumn Kalis. Off night for her. They took her away again tonight. 2 for 10 shooting, 2 for 6 at the arc. 8 points for Autumn Kalis. Then 3 points for Destiny Antoine. That came in the third quarter. She played over 9 minutes tonight. Antoine 1 for 1. Her only made was that 3. Valev, Esther, and Josefowicz played, did not score for Carthage tonight. Lady Reds in the second half. They go 15 for 30, 50% in the second half. For the game, they finish at 50%, 27 of 54 from the field. Lady Reds were in that second half, went 4 for 8 at the arc, 50%. for the game, 7 of 15, 46%. Reds go 12 of 18 at the line. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays in that second half, they go 10 for 26 from the field and 3 for 11 at the arc. For the game, the Blue Jays finish at 45%, almost 8 percentage points above their season field goal percentage. 25 of 55. Coming in, they were hitting at 27% from the three. Tonight they finished 10 for 25, 40%. And they were 15 of 21 at the line. They had 24 points tonight from Sophia Lathy. Lathy 8 for 12 from the field, 4 for 8 shooting the three ball tonight, and she was 4 for 5 at the line for her 24 points. Queen Jean with 13 points tonight. Jean 4 of 5 from the field, and she was 6 of 7 from the line. 10 points each for Lauren Goff and Becca Gerke, 6 points for Marissa Urso, 5 points for Elena Cabrera, 4 points for Mia Reese and Kelly Wayrick with 3 points. Griffenstein and Chris Lee did not score for the Blue Jays. Rebounding, Carthage out rebounding the Blue Jays 36-27. Of those 36 rebounds, 11 on the offensive glass tonight for the Lady Reds. Leading rebounder was Lauren Herman with 7, Kalis and Kashawn each with 6 for Carthage. Meanwhile, for the Blue Jays, pair of leading rebounders, it was Goff and Queen John each with 4. Turnovers tonight. Lady Reds in the second half turned it over 6 times for a total of 15. Blue Jays turned it over 6 times for a total of 8. And those 8 turnovers leading to 7 Carthage points. Meanwhile, the 15 turnovers by the Lady Reds leading to 15 Elmhurst points. Carthage outscoring the Blue Jays 30-24 in the paint, and on second chance points 21-11. But it was the 3-point shooting tonight of Sophia Lathy who led the way 4 for 8 at the arc, a collegiate best 24 points tonight, and leading the Blue Jays to the upset win here over Carthage. Lady Reds fall to 6-9, 11-13. Mathematically looking at it, I think they still have a chance. They will need North Park to beat Augustana. Reds will have to beat Illinois Wesleyan, and they will also need to get some help down the road as well. So we take a look at finals now in the CCIW tonight. It was Milliken over North Park tonight, 82-68. So the Big Blue pick up a huge win on the road, or at home, I should say, against North Park. So Milliken now 9-6, 16-8 in conference play. North Park falls out of first place now at 10-5. The other final tonight, big one there. It was Wheaton on top of Carroll, 71-54. So the Wheaton Thunder reclaim first place at 11-4, 18-6 now, and they are alone in first place by 1 game over North Park for the top spot in the CCIW. And the other final tonight, no contest there, as Illinois Wesleyan blew out North Central 90-63. So North Central falls into a 5th place tie now with Augustana, each at 7-8. And then Carthage at 6-9, sitting in 7th place right now. For the Titans now, they go to 10-5 in conference play. So your new standings tonight on the women's side, it'll be Wheaton at 11-4. Then you have Illinois Wesleyan and North Park each at 10-5. Milliken sitting at 9-6. Then you have North Central and Augustana each at 7-8. Carthage at 6-9, Elmhurst at 5-11, and Carroll at 3-12. Over on the men's side tonight, a last-second win by North Central as they defeat the Redmen tonight 70-69 in Naperville. So take a look at that one. It was Matt Capoletti with a free throw with 1 second left. Capoletti hitting a pair of free throws. Balatovich committing a foul with 1 second left, putting Capoletti at the free throw line in Naperville. He sinks both free throws, and North Central comes away with the 1-point win, 70-69, the final. And that's after the Redmen got a steal by Krishan Cook, who then turned it over, and then in the process of that loose ball, it was Bulatovich committing that foul. This coming after Adam Chang hit a free throw to pull the team to within 1. And then Keenan Baltimore missed a free throw with 3 seconds left on the front end of the bonus. Capoletti got the rebound. North Central calling timeout. Capoletti turned it over. Then as I said, Krishan Cook getting that steal, but he turned it over with 1 second left, and Bulatovich fouling Capoletti. Capoletti with the free throws. North Central wins 70-69 over the Redmen tonight. Other finals on the men's side. It was Wheaton over Milliken tonight, 68-53. Anthony with 16 points to lead the way for the Thunder. Zach Fisher with 20 points tonight for Milliken, but Wheaton picks up the win at home over Milliken, 68-53. Illinois Wesleyan wins a close one here. Matthew Laritz with a layup with 14 seconds left. And that was enough as they held back North Park tonight, 94-92, the final in Chicago. It was Laritz with 28, Schumacher with 18, Lambesis with 12 for Illinois Wesleyan, Isaiah Sanders for 22, Carl Polk Jr. 21, and Toby Merrick 18 for North Park. So Illinois Wesleyan picking up the win. And down at Elmhurst tonight, it was the Blue Jays by 3 over Carroll, 62-59, the final in that one. It was Genko with 14 points for Elmhurst. And the leader for the Carroll Pioneers was Kyle Malpin with 19 in the loss for the Pioneers. So taking a look at the men's standings now. North Central with the win goes to 13-2. Augustana Idol sitting alone in second place, 11-4. Elmhurst with the victory tonight. Their season is over. They're at 11-5, alone in third place. Illinois Wesleyan at 10-5 with their win over North Park, and Wheaton is at 9-6. And you have the Redmen at 7-8. So it's set now. Carthage will have the 6th seed, so they will play either Elmhurst or Illinois Wesleyan. That will be decided on Saturday. So they will either be in Elmhurst next Tuesday night or in Bloomington next Tuesday night to open up the conference tournament. And that will be decided on Saturday. Well, here tonight, the Lady Reds fall at home to the Elmhurst Blue Jays, 75-73, pretty much ending their chances at making the conference tournament. They'll need a win and lots of help on Saturday to get into the conference tournament. And that's when we'll join you next, Saturday afternoon, senior day here at Carthage College. It'll be the Lady Reds and Redmen taking on Illinois Wesleyan. We'll tip off at 5 o'clock Saturday with Lady Reds. We'll have the senior introductions before the game. You want to get here early. We will carry it live here on 1050 WLIP and on the video stream at live.carthage.edu. And then it'll be the Redmen and Titans just after 7 o'clock from right here at the Tarble Arena. Again, all students, staff, and faculty admitted free with their Carthage College ID. Hope to see you out here in person on Saturday night. Big thank you to John Voinovich for our video production here tonight once again, and our students who helped out on the cameras and graphics tonight. We appreciate your efforts this evening. Also, Scott DeLabio engineering our broadcast back at our WLIP studios. Wish we could have brought you a winner, but we come up 2 points short here tonight. Elmhurst with the win over Carthage, 75-73. Until Saturday, John Weiser saying good night from the Tarble Arena, and thank you for tuning in to Carthage Lady Red Basketball, part of Carthage Athletics, heard exclusively on Kenosha's radio station, AM 1050, WLIP Kenosha. Stay tuned. Jim Bohannon next here on AM 1050, WLIP. Good night.